Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the smartest dumb people, and I am the host, Anthony That Dude Johnson. And I actually got my man to my left side, Mr. Shabazz himself. We actually short staffed today. You know Maxwell, she had a little vacation she had to take. Shout out to Maxwell. We know she gonna be tuning in. She's actually on vacation, but we got a lot to talk about. It's Freestyle Friday. We're gonna start with one of the main topics. The topic of the Mississippi Middle School asking the kids to actually write a letter to their family members as being slaves. So they were supposed to portray the image that they were slaves, writing a letter to their family members explaining how slavery works. Which, to me personally, I feel like this is what's wrong with society. They tell us we need to forget about slavery, but slavery still goes on in 2021 to where you still got kids writing essays on it. And shout out to Yolanda. We talked to Yolanda about can a white person teach black history? Yes, they can. But the conversation is still going to be dry if the person don't realize how it affects these people in 2021. So due to the fact that this was actually Mr. Shabazz's topic that he couldn't wait to talk about, go ahead and talk about it. Tori, what's your opinion on the middle school that had these kids write this letter?
I think it's bullshit. Y'all know me, I'm gonna get straight to it. I'm gonna get deep about it. What should I say? There's a lot of our people that still feel like they haven't ran across what I think is the major truth for us here in America, which are that we are the true copper colored people. We was here when Christopher Columbus showed up, sailed the ocean blue, whatever you want to call that bullshit. I think that we've been sold a lie. You can't even find no damn slave ships. So my thing is this here. A person like myself has been trying to change the narrative for us, which is to let all my people know that the majority of us here are American Indians or the indigenous people, or like I said, the true Americans, the copper colored people. So for this school system to still be trying to push that narrative on our babies, talking about we took this long ass ride from Africa and that this isn't our land, and the only way we're supposed to have rights here is because we were descendants of slaves and we built this land. No, this was our land when we got here. We was royalty and we had a government already before they even came in. See, when they tell you about these founding fathers, what they'll say is these are the framers of the Constitution. You know why? Because they didn't write the goddamn Constitution. And I hear a lot of our people say that, oh, they write that's just the white man's law, this or that. No, they are the framers of the Constitution. They never wrote it. You know who wrote it? Was the Cherokee Indians, which goes back to the Iroquois, which goes back to the Anasazi and the Seminole and all of these Indian groups that we have no idea. They're not even Indian, they're indigenous, they're just tribes. So my thing is, this is our land. We need to stop pushing that narrative that we're from somewhere else when we can't even prove it. Number one, none of them Africans over there is even claiming y'all. So when they come down into school and act like they agree with this and they try to tell my child to act like a slave, and then I want you to write a letter to your people back in Africa and tell them about the boat ride over here, like what are you trying to do to my child? What are you trying to do to our children? What type of manipulation game, what type of narrative are you trying to push? Because most of us at this point, as being copper colored skin, we should be coming into the narrative that this is our land. Not we came here, not we built this. No, these people came and took our land. They took our gold. They took our silver. They gave us fiat paper money. They took our land and made it to where you have to pay property taxes to where you can never own your own land again. Even Martin Luther King said it before he left. He said these people have us, what did he say, as captives on our own land. This was with the mountaintop speech that he did.
Okay.
But nobody heard that part. Everybody act like they don't hear that part. As that we're held as fugitives in our own land. This is our land. We need to stop pushing that narrative that we are African. Because even the Africans won't even tell you they're African. They'll tell you they Somali. They'll tell you they're Ghana. They'll tell you they're Kenya. But they don't go by that word Africa. And then here we go is over here talking about some Pan-Africanism. Look, none of that shit can be proved. It can be proved beyond a reasonable doubt that we were here from day one. Olmec, Seminole, Anasazi, Ananyawea, Anansi, Algonquin, Iroquois, Cherokee, Inuit, Chickasaw, Choctaw. Like, we have been here. So I don't like it. I don't like it one bit that that's what they tried to get away with. They got a big lashback as far as what they tried to do. And I think they should. I think they should get a big lashback. I think. Go ahead.
Freestyle Friday. Make sure y'all tap in, like and share. Maxwell's on vacation. You just got me and Nazar today. You got that dude in TV himself. Make sure you like and share.
Please like and share, people.
Yeah, as far as in with that, like I said, I don't really agree with the shit. I thought it was whack, and you are 100% right. I don't want my daughter writing no slave ship letter because she ain't never thought about it. I ain't never thought about it. My dad ain't never thought about it. It's just it's a whack narrative that they're trying to create. I feel like I just don't have no feelings on it besides offense. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's it. That's it. All you can do is be offended.
That's all you can do is be offended. So we got other topics too. Yeah. And I feel like with this topic, I felt like you broke it down very, very well spoken, and you let them know what you felt on it. I personally, like I said, I don't really. It's just the offensive thing to do, and I would react the same way I just reacted now. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, so, but you just dope and deeper than me, so you know all the details to where the heritage comes from and all that shit. But if I'm speaking from just the average American or the average melanated man, that shit is difficult for me to even look at or even consider.
Even if it was the truth. Like, even if it was my child to go back in the mind of being a goddamn slave.
Exactly.
Like, what are y'all trying to do?
So, I feel like we broke down that topic enough. Yolanda said that's bull. I agree with you 100%, Yolanda. Make sure you like and share. Freestyle Friday. We got another deep topic, Tori, and I can't wait to hear what you feel about it. And then I'm going to give you my opinion on what I feel about it. Or I can go first, or you can go first, whatever the case may be. So let's jump to the next topic. Next topic is a police officer was fired because he was caught on camera on his body cam saying the N-word. And all he said was, "You going to jail now, nigga."
Yeah, right.
That's all he said. So I feel like I low-key want to go first because this was on my mind all day today.
Go ahead.
And anybody that know me know my story. I wanted to give an example of a story where I used the N-word and I was fired for using the N-word at work. So I was working at First Data, and I like telling people the story because this shit is so deep, and I probably would have still been at First Data to this day. My dad got me on. I was working at First Data. I was a great employee, and I was walking in the hallway and I was talking to my friend. Literally talking to my friend, and again, this is what we're talking about. We're talking about the police officer that was fired because he used the N-word on body cam, and this is a black police officer. Keep that in mind. And the world is so offended. Before I go any further, the world is so offended by everything that's going on in society today that I guarantee you, the next step is they're trying to take that word to where we can't even use it ourselves. But I'm gonna give an example of what happened. So I was working at First Data. I'm walking with a friend, and I say to the friend, "So the nigga gonna tell me," and the true story, and I'm just talking like niggas do. So the nigga gonna tell me, and this Chinese man walked by me, and the Chinese man that walked by me said, "Who you call a nigga? You call me nigga? You call me nigga?" Like full blown, could barely speak. And I said, first I wasn't talking to him. I didn't know how he became a thing.
Know English, but you know nigga though.
And it's crazy because my cousin, shout out to Nicole, she was actually one of my supervisors. So he basically got in my face. We was about to fight, and I'm like, "I don't even know you, nigga. What are you talking about?" But I'm using the N-word. You know what I mean? But it's not derogatory or offensive to me. It's just part of my culture. It's kind of like I said this, and I don't even know if I can get away with saying it, but I want to say it. It's kind of like a white person calling themselves cracker. Like to them, that shit is cool. To me, I know it's derogatory, and I wouldn't say it. You know what I'm saying? But they'll say it to each other all day. They love calling each other white crackers and shit like that, which is fine. That's y'all culture. But you don't just see us going around saying that to some white man in the store. It just don't happen. So anyway, back to the story. They pulled me in the HR office, and I'll never forget it, bro. It was a very depressing time in my life because I was doing good, and First Data was getting me a lot of money, and I was accumulating a lot of wealth, or a lot of things, so to speak. So, and then they send me home, they suspend me, and I'm thinking I'm going to have my job. And I'll never forget it. Shout out to Shalita. I'm shouting out everybody tonight. It's Freestyle Friday. Shout out to Shalita. Shalita, I called my cousin crying. They had fired me. And I called my cousin crying like, they just let me go for saying the N-word, but it was not derogatory. Right, and I didn't even say nigger. I said nigga. I was like, so the nigga gonna tell me, as I'm talking to my homeboy Sean, and the Chinese man just happened to be walking by, and he was like, who you call nigga? No, I'm not no nigga. No, you know. And I was just like, what the fuck just happened? Come to find out, funny story that tied to that, come to find out the Chinese man actually was like my dad's lunch buddy that sat and ate lunch with when my dad that sat and ate lunch with my dad every day, and my dad to this day says this Chinese man apologizes to him for some shit that happened to me 20 years ago, and it really happened. But the Chinese man was having a bad day, and he was looking for an argument, and he ran into me saying the N-word at the workplace and got me fired. And my dad said, "You owe my son a check because of that shit." What's your opinion on the police officer being fired? Shout out to Trees. We miss you already, girl. First lady in the building. What's your opinion on the black police officer being fired for using the N-word? And I gotta say it in the context in which he said it. He said, "You going to jail now, nigga." And he was saying
what we do with black folk. Black folk do not put the ER on that motherfucker. We don't say nigger.
Yeah, we don't know how. I don't even know how.
We don't even say that. That's why we say niggas. And niggas, N-E-G-U-Z, N-E-G-U-S means Ethiopian king. That's just fact. So, we've been through, well, I ain't gonna say we adopted that. Like, our parents went through a time to where that name was so derogatory and would cut deep every time a white person said that to them, that they had to take that word and make something good out. They had to desensitize it.
Desensitize.
So they went to calling each other that, but you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you instead of the ER, because the ER is what really hurt. Like, that's really the that on the end. That really.
So tell me this: by us desensitizing it and them trying to bring it back to sensitize it. Who's at fault? Is it black people or
I can't say nobody's at fault because.
But the world is getting too sensitive though.
No, I know it's very sensitive.
Cardi B say nigga every other quote. So every other line. So how can they fire a police officer? And y'all gotta keep this in mind. This was a black officer in his black community, policing his black community. Listen, I want to deal with black police officers. I want a police officer to look me in the eye and say, "Don't play with me, nigga." I want that because I know he's from that side. But when you act like a cornball, I'm going to treat you like a cornball. And what I mean by that is, like, look at the movie Training Day. Right. Who was the best police officer in Training Day, even though he was a fucking crook, though? It's a bad example, but a good example. Old boy Denzel Washington from Training Day, because he knew how to handle the hood. There's nothing wrong with a black man being a police officer, knowing how to talk to a black man. And they tried to default that by firing him, right?
Huh?
They tried to
you're talking about the situation
they
right now.
Yeah, I'm saying they tried to take away the situation by firing him, but in reality, he was just being a officer that
could communicate. It's a thin line because it's not like he's in the. First of all, he ain't off duty. Number one. Number two, he's in a public uniform.
So you agree with that?
I can't agree with nothing, man. The rules is the rules. You feel what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. Like I say, we'll be sitting in a crowded room. It could be 8 black folks. It could be 3 white folks. Them 8 black folks might be like, nigga, 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 nigga. But as soon as them 3 white boys say it, it's going to be a motherfucking problem. You feel what I'm saying? So this it's a thin line. So with him being in that public uniform and being able to, it's just like when you said it. Like when you said it, you was at work. You wasn't supposed to say it. And since you said it, it came across somebody else.
And that was 20 years ago. That was 20 years ago. Back when gay and the term fag and all that shit was still.
It came off so offensive though.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Because You never know. He might have been getting caught nigga in this goddamn country before. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. You still have this racism with dark skin, whatever race it is. It ain't gotta be American. It could be dark skinned Japanese. It could be dark skinned Chinese. It could be dark skinned Hindus. Like, there's always racism going there.
But
There's always that light skin,
deep,
dark
though.
skin, whatever. No, we know you wasn't going that deep, but people take it that deep. So obviously, when this man said it, somebody heard it and was like, he's not supposed to be saying that. And they're right. Like, he wasn't supposed to be saying that at work. No matter how comfortable he got, you know what I'm saying? No matter what it is, we know his intent wasn't bad. Your intent wasn't bad, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But, you know what I'm saying? It's a thing called being politically correct.
And that's what we're struggling with,
Because
right?
if we just have freedom of speech, then
I feel like we got to get back to freedom
we
of
have
speech.
a whole nother...
I feel like,
would hope so. We get back to the Constitution because
I'm tired of everybody being offended by every little thing. It's time to get back to freedom of speech.
Right.
We lost track of that. I don't know. I think with Trump and his cult that he had kind of ruined freedom of speech.
Right.
Because you would have these white...
Hold on. Who?
Trump.
Who?
I'm talking about not him specifically.
How?
His cult following.
His cult.
Yeah, his cult following. Hell yeah, he had a fucking cult.
Fuck about
No, I can't make
it.
that. We don't have this conversation.
Stop
Is this a segue?
bullshit, man.
Is this a segue?
He the one that got his shit cut off.
But why though? For freedom of speech, right? Technically.
How can you say why because of freedom of speech?
No, I'm saying that's what started.
How
it.
can you get censored?
Sorry, I'm saying
They
exactly
censored him
what's
because they
happening.
don't want to hear what the hell he had to say. It had nothing to do with freedom
I'm
of speech.
saying
We all
exactly.
supposed to have freedom of speech, right?
So I got a question for you. Trump making fun of the handicapped dude. Was that okay? Should that have been?
I don't give a fuck about him making. If y'all don't like it, sue him.
So you
But
agree with
that don't mean everybody in America act like they ain't made fun of a goddamn retarded motherfucker before. Like, let's cut
You're
that
right,
bullshit
but you're
out.
right, but
But he's the president, man. I don't want to
all right.
hear
So
that
what I'm
bullshit.
saying, like his
He a
following,
businessman.
his following.
Bro, you
Yeah,
should have
seen
said
that.
following because you said cult.
Why
So
did
now
you
you're
know?
trying to
Nah.
manipulate motherfuckers.
Nah.
Man, falling right into the mainstream media fucking goddamn scumbag club.
I'm saying
doing that
all right,
bullshit,
but listen,
bro.
all right, so
That man didn't do nothing but speak.
all right,
his
so let's say
motherfucking
no, I'm
freedom
talking-
of speech.
All right,
right?
so tell me this.
They censored the
No,
fucking president.
But Tori, you
Go
gotta
ahead.
admit this, bro. I watched Ali G. He did a movie and he was dealing with the Trump supporters, and they was using the N word, the NRG. I mean the ER at the end of it. All of that shit. So I'm saying, like, that's where it started, though.
Man,
Freedom of speech was getting out of control with Trump.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Hell no. Fuck no.
I think so.
Fuck no.
At all?
Hell no.
So when did freedom of speech get out of control?
Freedom of speech ain't never been out of control.
That's what
These
I'm
people been calling us goddamn niggers from goddamn day one. What are you talking
No,
about?
what I'm saying.
What are you talking about? Was this now
I'm
that's a problem in 2021? I just told you that we had to change the goddamn narrative of the name
Yes, we have.
60 years ago.
Yes, we have. We had to.
So what are you talking about? But freedom of speech, they had no problem there. They had to censor nobody then.
Wendy still said, what's the topic? The topic is a black police officer was fired for using the N-word. And I'm going to quote him on this. He said, "You're going to jail now, nigga." And he said it with the slang that our culture uses.
Yeah.
Yeah. So was he wrong? No, he wasn't wrong. Was it right? No. Like I have mixed it like you. If I'm HR, I found something wrong with this video. But if I'm black, there's nothing wrong with this video.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, what you're saying is, if he was off of work, was he wrong? No. Was he at work? He was supposed to be politically correct.
So
He was
what
wrong.
if I use the term nigga in the lunchroom? Am I wrong? Should I be fired for it?
You could call a motherfucker gay at work. Your ass getting fired. Look, it's just these trigger words, bro. That's a word that you're not supposed to use around different races as nigga. I don't give a fuck if you put the ER on it or not. You're not supposed to use it. We all know that.
Oh, Leland said he said it to white kids. Okay, I thought it was black kids. They don't have no fucking visual of it. They never showed the
They
body
didn't
cam.
show me either.
Yeah, they didn't show the actual body cam. He said it was white
Because they
kids.
say he's using it on many of occasions.
So if he's using it to white kids, that changed the narrative. Now this derogatory word that is normally used in the community that I'm from, I would have just took it as he said, "Hey man, you going to jail." Because to me, that's what nigga is to me. Nigga is man, or it's just another term for bro, or
Yeah, what does it even mean?
yeah. But saying it,
Really, the way they put it is supposed to mean ignorant person. Now, does that mean ignorant black person? Does that mean ignorant white person? What the fuck does it mean?
You're
Like,
right.
that's
You're
what I'm
100%
saying.
right. I want opinions. Brandy, what's your opinion? Wendy, what's your opinions? Let's see here. She said he may be reprimanded, not fired.
That's what Wendy said?
Yeah, I think he's gonna get his job back for sure. I mean, cause again, they wrong to act like black people ain't been using this term for years. And
Right.
but the moment society takes away, I can't use NIGGA in public, I'm gonna have a problem with it. Cause I ain't gonna lie, it's like listen, I want to say king,
You go ahead.
huh?
Yeah, you got a lot of words you can.
But I'm saying, like, I want to check.
Substitute that
Remember, I
word
told
for
you I want to start calling black man king. But some dudes are niggas to me, like some.
It ain't too many motherfucking kings.
No.
Let's not
But I
get
remember we had a
I
conversation.
get a little crazy sometimes. What up, guy? What up, goddess?
Yeah,
No.
but I be wanting to use those terms, but it depends on the person I'm talking to. No, to me, the word king.
These motherfuckers ain't. They ain't even scratching the surface of what a goddamn.
So, but I'm saying, like, so I choose to use nigga first, king second, and like you said, goddess, queen. I will use that if I feel like you're a queen.
You can use brother. You can use
but I don't feel like everybody my brother, so I might say nigga.
Shit.
If you in an argument, it's nigga. Period. You like nigga? Fuck you. Like if you in an argument, it's nigga.
So you don't want to call him your brother, but you gonna call him the king.
Well, I'm gonna say brother as I'm about to fight.
What's up, bro?
You about to fight somebody? Come on, bro. That's not the right words to use. You about to fight.
I'm just like, what? You want to fight, king?
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, king, you want to fight today?
That's what I'm saying. No, you can't say you want to fight.
On guard. Cut it the fuck out, man. Look.
All right, so
nigga.
let me get some of these comments. Brandy said, you got to remember where you at when you speaking and doing things. So, Brandy, I'm glad you said that. She said you got to remember where you at and when you speaking and doing things. So, tell me this. I always want to have this conversation. Perfect time. Like I said, Maxwell's on vacation. Shout out to Maxwell. We miss you, Trees. Can't wait till you get back home. So, tell me this. Why is it that black people have to be chameleons? Because I know for a fact supervisors and there's other cultures out there or other nations out there that would use the derogatory terms in front of HR and get away with it no problem. So why does the NIGGA towards another, whatever the case may be, why is it becoming a thing to where we can't even say it to our own people?
What do you mean becoming a thing?
I've
It's always been that. They ain't never wanted you using that word.
But all right, so tell me this: have you ever had a supervisor that'd be like, "What are you doing, crack?" Like, I'm not to use this word, but we're having a conversation.
It don't matter, man. Look, y'all
So why
gotta
can't they
stop
do-
doing that, man.
doing what?
I don't like having to have this conversation all the time.
Do what conversation?
Why doesn't black people get treated like everybody else? Y'all know goddamn well why we don't get treated like everybody else. Like, do not come to this subject to say, well, everybody else gets to do this shit. Why?
Not everybody can't use the N word though. Everybody can use the N word.
Look,
Sorry, you got to actually give some knowledge behind
We
this
get
shit.
mistreated. I just did.
Keep doing
Just
it.
earlier, I just fucking told you. They fucking stole our land. They fucking treat us like shit. They tell us we from Africa.
These are facts.
So if they stole your goddamn land and they want to keep your land, then they have to keep you in a perpetual state
In the
of
box.
thinking you're always doing something wrong, or you're always going against the grain, or that you're not sufficient, or you're not worth it. Like, we can't keep splitting these subjects up and act like, okay, we got treated like shit over here, so now we got a chance over here to get treated right, buddy boy. Like,
Yeah.
cut it out. This is why they fuck with us. Period. This is why they don't.
I
do
want
nobody
to touch
else.
up on all the topics before we get out of here because we got two more topics, and I want to touch up on those two topics. So we're gonna jump to the next topic. A track star. How you spell her name? I mean, how you pronounce her name? Because I can't pronounce that.
Let me see.
Elena
Smith.
Yeah, Alana Smith.
Alana
Smith.
yeah.
She's a track star, and she's basically suing for the fact that she's saying that these transgender men are taking all the gold medals from women.
They taking all this shit.
And low key, if I'm being honest with you, we touched on this a lot, and this is kind of our.
Hold on, what they say? What they say? The MMA dude, The
beat up the girl.
broke 2 skulls already.
Beat up the girl. And like I said,
they're breaking skulls, bro.
Man, listen, bro.
This is getting ridiculous. The people cheering. They're cheering for this.
But this is the same way with Dwayne Wade's. I don't want.
Michelle Obama. If it's on there though, it ain't like you didn't bring it up. But Michelle Obama trying to give her a Nobel Peace Prize.
Listen, I'm all for whoever you want to be. The problem that I have is when I look at you, you're trying to convince me I have to. That's like me saying I'm a white man. Seriously, that's what it is. It's no different,
you
bro.
Bleach your skin, everything.
No, I'm a white dude. I want to be considered a white dude.
I'm white.
And if you don't like it, and you come see me, and you say I'm black or whatever you want, African American, whatever you want to call me, I'm offended.
I'm suing you.
I'm suing you.
That's what
No, I'm 11 years old. I want to go back to 3rd grade. There's no difference. It's all
you see how crazy it's getting?
It's getting crazy.
Do you see how crazy? I'm glad that you're able to do that.
Yeah.
Because like people might be listening to you right now and they might think, you just going left. No, we didn't think it was going to go left when this shit started. You hear me? Like whoever thought when I was in the 80s that a motherfucker was just going to pop up one day and
like,
say, I'm a woman.
And no, it was okay. But listen, it was okay then.
No, it wasn't. Not in the 80s.
No, but
you had people you had homosexuals, but you done had this transgender shit.
But I'm saying when I say okay, I mean stay your ass over there and do whatever you want to do.
But you didn't even have that though.
You know what I'm saying? Like stay your ass. Don't come over here and play with these little girls.
You didn't have it. You didn't have nobody just going out to everybody like, look, this is what I am.
Man.
I'm a woman.
I mean, it's a fine line because, like I said, I'm feeling like right now I'm feeling kind of vulnerable. I might be little Timmy today. I might be
right, Brandy. Brandy.
I personally.
I'm saying this here, man. Look, we talked about this last time. You got these men that, again, by the time a man turns 12, 13 and he go to puberty, he produces like, man, it's got to be like 70% more muscle, 70% more testosterone. So don't get me wrong, okay, now you're trying to be a female and you're going to pump these hormones, but it's going to take a long time for that to become a norm in your body. Your body is still going to pump more testosterone than it is estrogen. So while you out here competing against these women, it's just flat out not fair. It's just, literally, it's flat out not fair. Period. And that's what she's saying. Like, this is a star. This is a star we're talking about. This ain't just no average girl that run track. She's a star.
Like the changing of the genders should only be equal to sex. It shouldn't be equal to physicality ever. I don't know. Maybe generations down. I'm talking about fucking. It had to be a million years or some shit for you have the feminine man becoming.
I feel like you should have transgender sports. If all y'all transgender and y'all think that ain't no flip flop or no switch or nothing, then all y'all go play the same sport. Boys and girls alike. Whoever switched up, just have transgender sports. I think that would be fair.
More logical.
But don't come getting into natural heterosexual sports trying to take over the sport. It is. Man, the shit is so non-moral to me. It don't even make no sense. Like, I don't get it. I won't get it. You'll never get me to get it because I know the science behind it. And for people that just rock with it because they on some all kumbaya, we're supposed to love everybody, we're not supposed to judge. No, I could pull a couple scriptures out that Bible right now that tell you you're supposed to be judging. You hear me? Like literally, because people be like, I'm supposed to judge, not judge. No, I can show you a couple scriptures.
Yolanda said there should be genetic equal sports. Fuck that. I agree. And then Brandy says, Michelle was wrong. I'm sorry, but that baby is not a role model. Maybe she used the wrong word. Again, we got to keep in mind, this kid is only like 13 years old.
I swear. She ain't even supposed to be thinking about none of that. Even regular sex.
You know what sad is? One of my gifts, I call it my gifts, I've always been able to kind of like digest the human brain by just looking into somebody's eyes. When I look at this kid and he's being talked to by one of the most powerful women in the world, you can tell he's like, save me inside. I don't know. It's just something in him that was looking like, save me. And what I mean by that is, he don't know what he won't yet.
Now, this is what I was just about to say. It's crazy because when this thing started really hitting the forefront, like a couple months after the pandemic started, which means they've been pushing these agendas together, like it was this I don't know what news platform it was, but the woman came out and she was breaking the numbers down. And she said, what people don't know is that I want to say she said damn near 70%, but I know for a fact she said over 50%. Over 50% of transgenders that actually make that change from the ages 18 to 25, over 50% of them commit suicide.
After making that
After.
Ugh. That's sick.
See, they don't give you them numbers.
They don't give you those numbers.
You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of these people, when they do this, they don't end up happy. So, when I say over 50%, that's 50% is 1 out of 2.
Ms. Steele said, and those transgender people will try and fight women to like their equal. We talked about a couple weeks ago, Wendy, about a transgender man fighting a woman in the MMA ring and basically damn near killing the woman. And
he done broke 2 skulls.
But listen, it's really up to, you know who could change the narrative? I couldn't wait to say this. I'm about to break this narrative down. You know who could change this narrative on all this shit?
Who's that?
Women.
Exactly. Women can change all the shit
All
that's
the
going
shit.
on
Like,
in
I
the
ain't fighting
world right
nobody.
now.
Listen, I know y'all want equal rights for everybody and equal opportunities. Listen, I'm motherfucker quick to say, you nigger can't come in this store. All we need is a couple women like, yo, I'm not playing against this 6'8", 280-pound man, change woman. That's all it takes. Is I know the world is sensitive, but I'm telling you, the goal is for women to start speaking up for not necessarily. You're not against transgender equality.
Man,
you're against.
They all the way for it. This is the only reason they can pat me. Look, I'm gonna just tell you the truth.
My sister said she advocated for the LBG.
I'm glad that you said
it.
Man, listen, this is just straight facts. And this ain't being racist or nothing. This is just me observing the world and seeing how powerful certain entities are. Certain races, certain things. There's no entity in this world more powerful than the black woman. That's facts. And when a black woman sign on the shit, it's motherfucking made law. And that's just facts. So once they got black women to sign on to transgender, homosexuality, and all these different type of lifestyles, once the black woman signed on, it was gold. It was over. It was a wrap.
And you said
that's an observation. That ain't me just guessing or nothing. That is an observation I've been watching for the last 30 years.
And you said it kind of worded that a way I've never really thought about it. You said lifestyle. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To me, like I said, if I want to be considered a white man, can I be? Is that a lifestyle?
What?
If I wanted to be considered a white man, can I be? Or a white woman? Is that a lifestyle? To me, it is.
It definitely is a lifestyle, because a lifestyle is something that you want to do.
And what society is bringing along, is, I'm telling y'all motherfuckers right now, I'm 6'7". I'm 6'7".
Anybody go against the
Hey, I'm suing their ass for defamation of character.
This is what it came down to.
This is what it came to where it's so sad to have to look a motherfucking eye. It's sad to have to look a motherfucking eye.
I'm being real with people, man.
Man,
look,
it's sick.
Y'all
and this
don't want to
episode,
consider nothing else, but what y'all want to tell me is God just sending people in here all mixed up right now. So what y'all telling me is y'all don't give a shit about God, which most people would. They don't do this to the Lord, that the Lord. Look, you telling me that the Lord is just sending people in here confused right now? Like he's sending little boys in here, they don't know if they girls. Sending little girls in here, don't know if they boys.
Listen, I feel like
don't nobody know
I feel like the transgender rules should come in at 20. The transgender rules, though, they need to, just like drinking alcohol.
They should be able to be a certain age.
21.
There's no way
21. You should be able to change your age
to
that
be pushing that with Dwayne Wade's son right now.
If he felt that way at 13, 11, he'll feel that way at 21. So they got to change that first.
So, but we ain't on no sex right now.
We ain't,
you just keep that to yourself.
No,
right
goddamn, graduate high school first.
This is what you're supposed to be like with children with sex anyway. This is what I'm saying.
Graduate high school
like,
first.
Even if they were just an extra little horny motherfucker, look.
You
like
to
you out my house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not to you out my house.
Same way with war. You can't go to war 18.
Exactly, till you're 18.
So 18 years old, you can say, I'm a woman and we have to respect that, or I'm a man, we have to respect that. But in between that, I promise you, I know women that think they gay, young, and then the minute they run into the right man, a lot of these motherfuckers pretend to be a certain way just because they feel like this sex don't want them. See, because if you really, bro, we might be getting too deep on this, but I hope
we can't. We can't. We should never. We should never have to get too deep.
I've seen women turn into studs not because they want to, but because they felt like they had a better chance with women.
Right.
And nobody talks about that though. You know what I'm saying? So let's read a couple comments.
Like Leland said, motherfucker can defend their country at 18, but.
And shout out to Yolanda. Yolanda said D-Wade baby mama was fucking a crackhead anyways. And she couldn't raise those boys right. So Yolanda, you're right. D-Wade baby, I don't know her baby mama, so I don't really want to slander her. But I'm saying you might have a point to where
the hell did that come from? But anyway,
but she might have a point to where this boy was being demasculated by his own mother, and his dad, being the rich motherfucker that he is, was like, I accept you for who you are. You know what I mean? You don't know, because Yolanda kind of got a point. Shout out to Yolanda. Yolanda was actually going to be the replacement.
Making some shit up. I ain't about to go all the way.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I reached out to Yolanda today to be on the show. She has some shit to take care of. But Yolanda will be a sub-in because she's one of our top fans. Shout out to Yolanda. She definitely wanted to come on the show. She couldn't.
I heard that D-Wade was already a little funny, you know what I'm saying, growing up.
I know he is.
So maybe that's why.
That's why he's so accepted.
The baby mama went off and was messing with the crackhead. Maybe she was a little twisted when she figured out what it really was.
Brandy said he wasn't wearing no damn clothes, and then Leland said you bugging. I might be, but I just can speak and say that I know women that try to demasculate. And here we go, me getting personal. I'm not gonna get personal. I know women will try to demasculate a man to make him feel less of a man. There's men that do it. There's.
Hold on, let's read off Ty Moran. Let's read off my guy Ty. Salute Ty. You know you my guy, man. Love you, bro. So if you are unhappy with your reality, and you want to rewrite the rules to change your reality to be happy or to change that reality, does that then mean everyone else has to buy in and conform to that person's reality? And my thing is this here. No. Because on so many other levels, that is not even an option. Like, what you have to do is what you have to do for you. Everybody don't have to buy into it. Period. I don't believe in that.
I think the sensitivity got to be hate, like the pinnacle got to be hate crimes. Like, just leave it at that. Like, somebody being beat on because of their religion, race, whatever the case may be, sexuality.
But it's a thin line with that, too.
But I'm saying, like, that's what's wrong, is that they want all equal rights. And I feel like equal rights is, I have to look you in the eye and you tell me you are a white woman and I'm looking at you and you're a black woman.
But now they're making
that's
up.
Not fair.
They're making up stuff, though. They're making up rules and laws now.
And I'm using the terms of black and white just to keep it clear cut that we're not being, we're not talking about just the transgender community. We're talking about if you have, if I wake up and say, like I said, if I wake up and say I'm 6'6", are you wrong for telling me?
What are you talking about? Look, don't get me wrong.
Go ahead. Can I read off our
childhood traumas? I can understand that. Like, usually when we talk about the sex getting a little crazy, you're usually talking about molestation or something like that. But we don't have any proof. So since we don't have any proof, I don't have any stories about that. We're not just about to jump into that and make a hypothetical situation go on. All I'm saying is this here. Usually in this lifetime, if you want to do something different, you have to do it. And then you have to make it in a way to where people actually accept it, because they accepting you as just a cool person, as just that person. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some people gonna discriminate against all type of shit. It's just that when it comes to this whole LGBTQ movement, like, first of all, they have a lot of money. I ain't gonna lie. They got the money to actually push their agenda and line the politicians' pockets to make they shit go. One thing that they done piggybacked off of the civil rights issues, which were originally Black American issues,
That we
but
straight fix.
we don't know how to play politics, so we don't know how to put the money into the politicians' hands for that shit to go. So there's been many other groups that have piggybacked off of our same plight and make this thing go. The real reason why the LGBTQ movement is going the way it's going is because they have money and they know how to fundraise and they know how to line these politicians' pockets and they get shit done. Period. So what I'm saying is this here. Everybody should treat everybody like a human. I'm not saying that I'm not treating nobody like no human. I don't go out there and treat transgenders fucked up. Do I agree with what they do? No. Do I think there's other reasons for the way they are, or whether they say they're just born with it? Yes. But I don't like to get that deep like he just said. You know what I mean? We ain't going to get too deep in this because I don't even think them people look too deep into what really happened to them. They just think God fucked them and told them shit. I brought you a man, motherfucker, as a boy, but you're a girl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think that that's what the fuck is going on. But, you know what I'm saying? Because I believe in the Most High. I believe in the Creator. I believe the Creator is somewhat balanced to a point. So just for the Creator just to start sending all these people in here thinking and feeling a certain different type of thing, we don't look to the chemicals. We don't look to the doctors. We don't look at many of the shits that's going on with our babies that this thing could be happening. So, do I agree with it? No. Do I hate them or do I do not want to be around them? That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just calling it what I see because I know these things didn't happen just 20 and 30 years ago. And we didn't just get on this goddamn planet 100 years ago. So, for this thing to just really start hitting the fan for the last 20 and 30 years, yeah, there has to be some type of funny foul play going on. But I'm going to leave that alone. You know what I'm saying? You're not just going to tell me after millions of years on this planet, I guess the Most High or the Creator just decided to just go all the way unnatural on us. You know what I mean? And have us out here totally confused, in a real confused state of mind because people just feel that way. But like I said with Todd, I'm not knocking nobody. Like, I don't think that there's many situations in this world where people don't have the right to get laws made to protect them. And if you feel that's the way you are, that's the way you are. Now, do I feel humans need to give you respect? Humans need to give everybody respect.
But do they?
Is life fair?
Nope.
There we go.
We handled this pretty well. Shout out to Mr. Shabazz and Anthony, that dude, holding it down without our other castmate, Miss Maxwell. We got another topic I want to touch before we close out. We got
Which one?
We got to touch on the Soulja Boy.
Hey, I was about to say, we got to touch on Soulja Boy.
So, you got a help tip? You ain't got a help tip?
Nah, I ain't got a help.
Alright, so Soulja Boy's ex-girlfriend's personal assistant said that he was a part of...
Teddy Riley's daughter.
Yeah. Said that he was a part of her miscarriage. First off, I know this couple from watching all of the reality shows. I don't watch them anymore because them motherfuckers is toxic. All I watch is 90 Day Fiance now. And it's pretty normal. But the love and hip-hop, the motherfucking growing up hip-hop, the motherfucking marriage boot camp, all of that shit is just toxicity. That's all it is. So I'll never forget it. When I watched him and her on marriage boot camp, I don't even know how you can be on marriage boot camp. You motherfuckers ain't never been married. That's how you know this reality TV is fake and toxic. Right. And they was the most toxic couple. Like, they could not get along, and you could tell as aggressive as they got, if the cameras wasn't on, they was fighting. So I don't think Soulja Boy is all there mentally. I just don't. I just think he's nuts.
Soulja Boy is a goddamn lunatic.
Yeah, I'm about to say. I'm glad you feel the same way I do. Because Soulja Boy is nuts.
That's what happens when you get that childhood fame that quick and you making all that paper.
Man, listen. So what's your opinion on this? Give us your opinion on this. Soulja Boy was accused of basically assaulting her and causing the miscarriage, which makes sense.
There should be charges, though. Really?
But that would make sense, though. I can see him doing that.
What y'all think about that? Don't y'all think there should be charges?
She said, Brandy said she always talked about her miscarriages, and he's a little boy.
He's a little boy. How old is Soulja Boy?
I
think we should be calling him Soulja Man at this point.
Just like
how old is Soulja Boy, man?
30s, easy. 30.
Bro, what the hell is we talking about here, little boy?
No, she said it from the aspect of kind of like the childhood stars, like the fucking twins from Full House. Man, when you're a childhood star, you never really grow up because you're supposed to be. We call him Soulja Boy still. So she said,
I don't give a damn what we call him, nigga. That nigga had 30 birthdays. You know what I'm saying?
I agree, 100%.
Like, you're grown. Period.
Brandy. So She said he meant act like a little boy. I meant act like a little boy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can see that. Soulja Boy is definitely a little boy, and his name speaks for itself. And you said it right. We should be calling him Soulja Man.
Soulja Man.
And I just don't agree with the shit. So yeah, he assault. I mean, if y'all don't think this boy, look at his face. He look like he assault people.
Yeah.
If y'all don't think that boy be slapping the shit out of people,
and that's my point.
Women, not people, because he don't want no smoke with a man.
My point is this here, man. Like, you don't put your hands on no goddamn pregnant woman. You don't put your hands on a woman, period.
And let alone
unless, but don't get me wrong, there's some crazy women out here. I know they can get aggressive, but that is a no. You don't put your hands on a pregnant woman.
Leland said that's all she got to say. Yeah. We just talked about society looking me dead in the eye and me telling you that I'm 6'6", and if she say a motherfucker punched her and gave her a miscarriage, yes, that's all she has to say. We know this. Society is now with the Insta.
You said he was born what, 7/28/1990, and it's what today, 2021. That makes him 31 years old. That nigga ain't no little boy.
They call it
that shit.
Society needs to be changed to the word Insta. Instagram is instant gratification.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's exactly what everybody wants. Instant results.
Right.
And shit, I can't sit through a motherfucking 3-minute commercial without losing my mind where the fucking remote is. We are living in times where we want instant results. And like I said, society needs to be changed to Instagram because it's considered instant gratification. So Leland, when he said the comment that he said, is that all she got to say? Hell yeah. If a woman say you hit her and it's proof that the miscarriage actually happened, you might be tied into that. Period. If a motherfucker say I raped her and her ovaries is a little off balance the next day, there might be something to that. These are we're looking for instant facts, period, in society.
It goes both ways. I know exactly where he's coming from.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that's a heavy allegation right there to say that you've been hit and you lost your baby. First of all, both of them got to be proved. If they prove, then your ass should be grassed. Period.
Yeah. He said the next chick is pressing with you. That's cool. Anybody who know me, I don't press nobody anyway, so that just ain't my stilo, man. And I say it on the show all the time, sex means nothing to me, man, at this point in my life. So Brandy says, was she recently pregnant, or is this she's talking about the pregnancy from a year ago? She's talking about the pregnancy from a year ago, Brandy. And Leland said that's murder.
It is. Well, say maybe manslaughter, maybe.
I know shout out to my people. I won't say his name, but he know who he is. My man's went to jail for getting in an altercation, and the pregnant woman said he slammed her. He did damn near 2 years in jail, and he didn't even put his hands on her. So again, back to the original comment. Right. Is that all they got to say? Let me get Yolanda's off before we get up out of here. She said Soulja Boy is unstable as fuck. Oh, okay. You already read that comment off. Let's see. Yo, listen. This was a great show. It was heavy for me and Mr. Shabazz himself to have to hold it down ourselves. This is the smartest dumb people. Shout out to First Lady. She'll be back Tuesday. We miss you. Have a safe, fun trip. This is the smartest dumb people. Anthony That Dude Johnson, Mr. Shabazz himself. Y'all have a great night.
Love y'all.